Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Astrocraft. Well, really, the first episode of Astrocraft in a really long time. Last episode was more of an update episode, so welcome to your next full episode of Astrocraft. Let me tell you that this episode was not exactly planned to go this way. Now, as you can see behind me, I have finished taking down the mountain, and I've made some other progress. So, you guys have not seen this in a very long time. Almost immediately after I finished the mountain, I started clearing out the double dirting this, basically. So, you can see here's the current in progress section I'm working on, and it's prone grass because I ran out of dirt, and this is like my third dirt restock. So here is all my chests of dirt, every single one filled to the brim. I have other chests down there, which you can't read the signs right now, but we have gravel and coal and iron. So yay, we have so much resources, just so many resources. So today's pretty much an update episode to get you guys caught up, because I had an entirely other episode recorded for this, and let's just say I got like super behind on editing, and now it just isn't really as relevant, and it's much more important that I give you all a fully updated episode, which is what we're doing today. So here is my graveyard of pillager flags, because of course living right next to a pillager outpost and dirting over the entire pillager outpost, or former outpost I should say, with its current state. Yes, that pile of lava was the pillager outpost. And yes, I was the one who did that. So just as the last update episode, not a lot has changed in server relations. Starlight has told me that she has quit YouTube for a while. She did not say she was going to make a formal release, but this is about as close as we're going to get. She might return at some point, but currently it does not look likely. So best of luck to her, and I hope she's happy doing what she wants to do. But yeah, so I'm pretty much the only one online anymore. And I've just been taking my time and doing this the right way. So, I'm gonna go back to the bed to sleep, and I'll get you guys caught up on all of the stuff I've been doing while I haven't been recording. Mainly because it's uber boring and super tedious. So, super lucky that we are doing this update episode now, because I was getting a bit bored. So, in the most recent news, the other day, I went out adventuring, got some oak and birch saplings, which I'm pretty sure I got before, but I got more of them, so yay. I'm gonna need a lot of birch wood for my main build, so that's a pretty important thing to do, and yep, I did it. So as you can see, many things have changed underneath the double dirting. I have hollowed out a large swath of area right under here. And I might be going further back. I'm not really sure yet. It depends on how much more dirt I need. I haven't mined any of the stuff under here. That's like a later project, if I even want to do that. I'm also planning on doing like some nice terraforming here. It's not really as important here as it is to do it all the way on the other side. So this is probably the most finished area, and I have outlined the entire area that I need to flatten, and I pretty much divided up into sections for the most part. I can't get too close to the pillager outpost without shooting me down, so I'm not exactly sure shooting me down, without them shooting me down. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that yet. And you can see I also started doing these over here, but I didn't really do the top layer yet. The main problem was just getting that done. And so you can see I also mined a lot over there. That's actually where I got most of my dirt for this section of the build. So you can see I mined that, and I've considered going further underneath this area. I built the large area of this. This is more inwards. These are like the next sections I'm doing after I finish up over there. So yeah, I spent a lot of time just outlining where I'm gonna be, dirting. So, yeah, and you can see, I'm gonna jump down in a moment, but you can see over here, I haven't finished anything on the exterior. So my current plan is to do like a bit of terraforming, a lot similar to what I was doing around my starter base, because that was a very nice balance that I liked, so I'm going to continue doing it in areas like this where they need a bit more covering, and probably around here too, actually, just because I don't think the snow is the right fit for everything, but yeah. And so you can see over here, I have also mined a lot, like a lot of dirt. So you can see, you can literally see into the cave down below. You can see from multiple areas. The most recent mining I did was probably up around here and back further that way. So yeah, my current goal is just getting enough dirt to cover it, and because we don't really need dirt underneath it, that's what I've been taking from. The most recent cut I did was right here, actually, and then I got enough to continue without doing anything else. So yeah, that is the current update. We're flattening the area. I will take down that honeybee hive. I just want to use Silk Touch to do it. And I'm probably not going to be building here in a while, so it won't really bother me for a long time anyways. So, yeah. And I also have been lighting up the entire area because it gets really monster infested. So I'm hoping that eventually I'll be able to mob lock this. Oops. To prevent getting hurt by pillagers, but I'm not really sure yet. Mob proof it. Mob proof it. That's what I meant. So yeah. That is this entire area. It doesn't even fit into like my render distance currently. So you can see my chest, but you can't really see further than that. So, yep. Up here, there are 4 boats here because I finally did what I didn't think I was gonna do. I started cleaning out my chest, so I haven't finished those 2 yet, actually. But I finished most of them. Oops, see, so many shovels because I was mining dirt and I finished. I also have plenty of horses up here. This area is a very nice area, and I've been learning it very well over the past few days. So, yeah. I also have an idea for next episode, which I'm hoping I will be able to get out soon after this one, just so that I can get a few episodes out before I get really busy again. So, over here is the type of, this is the type of terraforming I'm going to do, mainly dirt drips down. I might decide to texture this a little bit more. I do plan to put something here, which is why I haven't done anything with it yet. But, so, that's just the kind of style I'm going to go for. And it's also on the exterior of this. So, I'm going to do something very similar in terraforming to this style. But my ultimate build style is nothing like this, luckily. So as you can tell from, if you watched the last episode, this has changed quite a lot. I detailed it a bit, and I actually have time lapses. So I'm going to explain what's really going to happen this episode because, well, I probably should explain. So here is my cat, and I'm gonna call him... I'm not really sure what I'm calling him yet. I had an idea. I think it was Fluffy. I was going to name him then, but of course I got distracted. And I actually have name tags. I just need to build an anvil first. So I am not necessarily what you would call rich. I have lots of iron, but that's just because I spent over hours and hours of my life working on a stupid mountain. So Here is all my chests. I haven't finished filling them yet, but as you can see, I started. And I also got a bell from the village. I got this little cat at. And I cannot take you to the village because, as you can see up in my corner, which I'm going to put a little circle around, is the bad omen effect. Because, yet again, I kill way too many pillagers. So, in the last episode I recorded, I did a lot of work on the tower. Detailing and all that stuff. But on top of that, I also did a bit of building inside here. So, if you make your way all the way up to the top on this stupid spiral staircase, which I really don't like, but luckily I'm going to put everything on the first floor, so I don't need to come up here that much. So I have 2 floors actually. I have one here, which I was going to put beds in. I wasn't really sure what to do with up there yet. But up here, I was thinking a more extensive crafting area and system, and it will be really useful once I have something else. I'm not really sure what to do with here yet. I was thinking about maybe putting a super smelter in, but it just didn't seem wide enough. So I have a completely different, way better idea for a super smelter. So, as you can see, this is pretty high up, and I want my super smelter to be easy access. So, sadly, we're not doing that this episode. This episode, I'm going to be replaying you the time lapses I recorded for last episode of me actually doing the detailing, because I actually think it was pretty interesting and funny how many times I died doing this. So, yep, that's what we're doing this episode. Sorry, peoples, if you thought I was going to be doing a completely new build this episode. So, if you truly don't want to see me do all the leaf detailing and me dying so many times while doing it, you can just skip over this episode. And when I release the next episode, you can look at the completely new build I will be doing, which is the super smelter and the super smelter building. Because I already have an idea of how I'm going to do that, and I'm going to begin using my big base style to do so. I cannot climb down these stairs in a different perspective. I also am going to be going out mining, but that's not going to be inside the episode because, yet again, me mining is super boring. So, yep, we are just going to mine a bit off camera. And then I will bring all my goodies back to you guys. And I actually have gotten a lot of emeralds from the mining, which I will also show you next episode. So I'm going to let you guys start watching the time lapses. And if you guys want to see me build something else next episode on top of the super smelter, let me know. Go to the comment section right now, actually, and write your ideas so you don't forget them later. But anyways, let's begin the time lapses. Okay, we are starting this time lapse pretty strong with the final layer of Mount Destructo. I just wanted to show you guys this. It's sort of to symbolize the end of the era, and it shows you a bit of what I do in the process. So you see me mining, and then I'll go back for the ores, and then I'm going to place dirt in the holes everywhere. So that's just the basic thing that I do. So yeah, there we go. And so I'm starting detailing my build right now, which is awesome. It starts with detailing, and then it goes into the interior build that I did. But yeah, so there's one point in this time lapse where it cuts out for a period of time, and you can tell it's relatively long. I got a bit bored, I had to do something else, and then I came back and I forgot to click the continue recording button, so I finished the detailing, and I show you that in the end clip after the time lapses, so you'll get to actually see those up closer again. And yeah, so I don't want to take too long out of your time-lapse experience, but I hope you guys enjoy the time-lapses and enjoy more the build I made now that I'm making it look okay. By the way, this is not the building style I will be doing for the rest of the season. This was just like my starter base trial building style. So, I hope you guys continue to enjoy, and I will see you on the other side of this timelines. Hello again after that brief session of time lapses, but that was enough time to end the video. So now that everybody's a bit caught up on what I've been doing as I've been off camera, I've done a few more things while off camera. I mined quite a bit. I'm not going to show you my stash, but I have over a stack of diamonds now, which is great. I have a diamond pickaxe that I'm not afraid to show off, but I'm just hiding my diamonds for other Astrocraft security reasons. But I can put a little screenshot in now of my diamonds. And also, I had enough to make a enchanting table. Of course, I had enough because I have over a stack. And from my cow slaughter habits down there with the enormous pen, as you can see in the distance there, I had plenty of books to do this. So, yeah, here's my enchanting table. It's up to level 30. Here is my diamond pickaxe, which I can put in here eventually, but it goes all the way up to level 30 now, which is fun. Ooh, I totally forgot to take that down to my graveyard. But here, I forgot to add these stakes to that. But I completely finished transporting all of my stuff. I am going to add a second storage unit in my base over here. I just haven't done it yet. And it's going to be practically identical to the first. I did build most of the interior and the detailing just like by how I felt it looked. So it was very inspirational, you could say. Well, inspired. And I didn't show this part in the time lapse because I forgot that I completely was recording, so it sort of just skipped over me finishing up this half, which isn't much. I just added another vine, but allowing the vines to grow makes it look really overgrown, and that's sort of the look I'm going for to cover up all the ugly here. So, yeah. That's how we're fixing the ugly problem. And here's my storage system, and I went mining, as you might be able to tell. That's how I got so many diamonds, but this is my loot from mining. Lots of coal, lots more coal, and lots more iron. Not iron, copper, and iron, actually. Here's the iron I got, which isn't a lot compared to my mountain mining days, but it's certainly enough to turn some heads. And so, while I was mining, I got a cat, and I'm not really sure what to name this cat yet, but it will get a name. And so I had to have a few shovels made and another water bucket. Flint and steel was for another thing I did, which is, as you could tell by the enchanting table, I got obsidian, which meant I can go to the nether, which is going to be important for next episode. So here is my nether portal, which will be temporary because this is not my final portal design I want. It's just what I have right now. Eventually, my full portal is going to be put inside my giant mega base, which, as you can tell, it doesn't fit in my render distance all at once. So yeah. I finished that little patch over there, started another patch of dirt as well, and yeah, I did lots of stuff while editing, well, in between editing sessions, really. So I will be mining that down to a more sizable height and terraforming this as well eventually, but I just wanted to get, like, the main part of this done. So I will be eventually taking down a lot of this and removing the ores from inside of it because those are the only truly valuable parts of the mountain, other than the fact that it should be gone. But anyways, I cleared up this area over here so that I could start planning out more things in the future to go this direction. I just sort of had the spur of the moment. I really want to do this. So, yep. I just mined down that pretty quickly. I used iron pickaxes this time, which is probably why it took so much less time. So yeah. My current plans of what to do next are to clean up this terraforming, my next project, which isn't going to be large. It's just going to be a project for an episode, unlike this project of flattening this entire area. I'm probably also going to be extending out the dirt this way a bit to cover this area, or I'm going to be doing something else here. I'm not really sure what to do with this yet, but I have some ideas that I'm working on. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode and that you will continue watching my episodes. If you like my content and what I do here, which, let me tell you, not all my episodes are like this. Haha. Not all my episodes are like this. So, you guys can go back and watch my other episodes of Astrocraft and get caught up, or you can wait for the next episode to come out. But click the subscribe button and the like button if you please, if you like this video and my channel, and I will see you guys next time on Astrocraft.